In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about starting seeds. So this is a seed starting tray, flat, or liner. Different terms are used. This one has 72 cells. You'll find them with more or less in there. And you want to kind of try to pick one. If we say plant 100 seeds, then you might want to pick a 72. And if we say plant 50, you might want to try to find one that just has like 50 cells in it. But one of the key things you need to know is when we plant seeds, we don't mix varieties on a tray. So if we've got yellow zinnias being planted and pink zinnias being planted, we don't want to plant half of this tray in yellow and half of it in pink, because we can't tell what plant is what when they get up until they start blooming. And so we want to sell them as what they are. And if we don't know what they are, we can't sell them that way. So you need to make sure you only put seeds of the same variety of plant in a tray. Okay, even if you leave seed cells unused, always do that. Second thing to know is we always plant with seed starting mix, not potting mix. And that's just, there are some differences in these, and so you want to make sure you use the right material when you're planting. You simply get some of this in a scoop and just fill all the cells really evenly across the top. Use your hand to spread it out. I like to put it in the middle and then spread out to the outside edge, and I seem to waste a little less that way, but it's okay. You're going to get it off of here, and it's going to end up, you know, on the table, on the bench a little bit, and that's fine. You just want to evenly fill all of these cells with seed starting mix. Okay, almost done. And you know, you can do it. Of course, some of our folks are going to do it faster, some are going to do it slower, some are going to be meticulous, and some are not. So it's okay. Remember, we're growing people, not plants. So one of the things I like to do is make a little indentation. I use my fingers. This is kind of fun, probably. So just like this. And that gives just a little indentation where the seed will go. So you do that. But just for the sake of the video, I'm not going to do the whole tray, okay? But you get the idea. Making little divots, if you will, in these cells. Maybe I will do the whole tray. I'm almost done. So this is a little bit longer video than we usually do, so bear with me. So then, now that I've done that, we typically will tell you about how many seeds to put in each little cell and how many seeds we want planted, and that'll kind of depend on how many they've packed in a pack. So we'll tear this open, and these seeds are really small. If you look at them, there's only a few in this pack. So, you know, do the best you can to get, in this case, I'm going to try to put one in each one. So just for the sake of the video time, we're just going to put one in each one. Okay, so now, you know, I've got them in there, and now I just got to cover them. Now, if the instructions say that the seed needs light to germinate, or it says don't cover it, that's because the seed needs light to germinate. What I like to do next is, most of these seeds are small, they don't need a lot of cover. I like to just take a handful of soil like this and just do it like this, so that I sprinkle it over the seeds pretty well. And what we want to do is get good soil coverage, but not too much. We want to make sure if the seeds need to be covered, in other words, if they don't need light to germinate, and we'll cover them. And we'll just kind of pat that down with our hands. Again, I like to use my fingers in those holes and press that, make sure that soil's in good contact with those seeds really quickly. I'm doing it quickly, like I said before. You don't have to do it that quickly. So that's pretty much it on getting the seeds there. And the last thing you do is you take one of these trays like this. It does not have holes in it, because we're going to put some water in this. And now you put the tray in there. You'll also make a label, tear off any prior label, clean this area really well with an alcohol wipe or a little bit of alcohol on a towel. Let it dry, and then put the label on here. I like to make sure we've got a label by putting a second one on there. It's sort of like putting on suspenders and a belt. clean the other end and put another label on the other end. And then lightly water this and fill this tray with water as well and put it on the seed starting bench. So that's a longer video than we usually do, but that covers kind of how to start seeds.